Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Quarantine Cup number 50. We've done it 50 weeks in a row. We're gonna, barring unforeseen disaster, make it to 1 year straight of Quarantine Cups on the weekend. I haven't played Dominion in about 3 weeks, so we'll see how awful I am. I'm gonna start off with a game against Cyrix. Very good. For anyone who cares, I didn't get to record my last no terminal mix match because I was not at my normal setup, so that didn't end up happening. It's probably good. It didn't go too well for me, but that's why there's no video of that match, and that tournament just sort of ends. That tournament series ends somewhat abruptly. I was kicked out by Cat Stealer. So where's the signal? All the other posts went. I'll give it another minute and we'll see. The signal to start out hasn't gone yet. Can check the triggers. I don't know, there's no signal. Okay, let's look at the board. There's tunnel and who cares? Wall, okay, that's a problem. We're gonna need vampire for sure. No way to pile out. There's draw, but payload is relatively weak. Not great ways to do patron. This is kind of a nasty board, to be honest. Apparently my computer clock was just off by like 3 minutes. So that was why the bot didn't send. The bot wasn't really late. I don't know what to get. I mean, distant lands are pretty good. Lost cities are okay-ish. Didn't get the greatest. Hopefully we find one bat, otherwise this will be quite rough. I think the tunnel is probably pretty bad. If I had to guess, I'm not really sure. This is a little annoying. This isn't really what I want to do. I didn't have good bat luck there, unfortunately. I didn't have good bat luck here either. My Lost City, what did he flip? He flipped a bunch of stuff. I had a pretty awful draw, all things considered. So that wasn't good. We'll see if it ever... I don't really like the caravan guards much at all. We're still gonna end up doing money, basically. So it's still gonna matter for provinces. Or, I mean, provinces are still going to be important. We're not going to pile out here. Got Locust again. I'm probably in trouble, but we'll see. Not a huge fan of the tunnel gain, but It's okay. I mean, I guess it's as long as you can I mean, as long as you can continue to hit province, it's alright. You don't hit province. I was kind of surprised I didn't. I don't know that you want that gold, but maybe you do. I guess this is like guaranteed anyway. It would have been nice to maybe get the I don't know. Will Cyrix miss province? I guess we can still just wait and see if they do. That was just incredibly unfortunate draw for me. I don't know really how else to put it. So maybe it will still work. I really need to find the bat. I mean, bat curse pair would have been really nice. You can do tunnels, they score you a point, I guess. Not unreasonable. Not super good, but maybe we will 3-pile tunnels and duchies. Diluted doesn't do a lot there. I mean, who knows if I'll ever hit province again. I could get really lucky and hit province like I just did. This won't get me there. How many caravans? Oh, just 2. It has a coffer. He could province. If I'd been able to get a tunnel there too, we would have been in good shape. Killing the curses is really nice. Need to get my clock synced up. Hasn't done it for a long time. All right, maybe that's accurate now. I don't know. Okay, looks fixed. All right. Oh, there they are. Oh, we got lamp. Weaker draw, I guess, but quite a bit to do here. Not really anything supporting Guildhall particularly, so you don't have to worry so much about the I think I don't think there's a great Guildhall thing. Wolfden probably hurts the engine a little bit because it's kind of awkward. I mean, the engine is a little awkward here. There's not I guess gains are sort of your problem, though there are a few ways to do gains. So I'm going to open with the Devil's Workshop, I think. Not super clear. I mean, if you collide improve Devil's Workshop, that's quite nice. Outpost looks great. Groundskeeper looks good. You can do Hound and Crossroads for draw. Should work. There's no trashing, so it's all going to be a little bit not like super fast or powerful, but it'll get there. And there's just so many points. If there was a way to get treasures here, you know, to do something with Guildhall, you could probably empty the provinces. You know, if there was a strong Guildhall thing, you could think about doing that and just racing the provinces. But so unless one or both miss, I will collide, which of course one could still easily miss. I'll probably take a Minstrel here, though like a Mill is pretty reasonable. Maybe Mill. Probably Mill first is a little better. They get a Groundskeeper, which is a good card, but not doing much for you yet. It can help you activate your lamp, so that's something. Crossroads or Hound is a question. Guess you could do Crossroads if you get 2 mills. I mean, you really want the mixture though. You're trying to activate. Here I get the improved Devil's Workshop collision. We do have to figure out a time to like rebuy some of these things. I guess that's a point in favor maybe of doing Crossroads. You might be able to get more of them. I don't think there's really any reason to discard. We may find the lamp and activate. Okay, we did get activation, which is really lucky. There's probably something to be said for just getting another Devil's Workshop. While we have the wishes anyway. I mean, I think Mill was reasonable. Oh. I don't know. I don't love it actually. Buying the 5s isn't that good. Now that I kind of think about it a little more, or maybe think about it isn't the word, but it wasn't like bad buy. Provinces are pretty bad. A province by there is pretty bad. Truthfully. It's not you know, it's not like crazy that someone would do it, but it is pretty bad there. Do I want to trigger? What's in there? There's Minstrel and Hound. It's an okay trigger. I don't know if that's the way to get the earliest lamp pop, but maybe. Not convinced that that really is, but it's not crazy to think that. We don't have to get any of that just yet. I don't even really want a gold. That is unfortunate. This isn't a great. I mean, we have Hound and Minstrel in the next hand, so this didn't really work out as an outpost. I don't really want gold. But that's okay. This is still fine. I do need a Crossroads and some mills. There's an imp on top. I don't know what order you're supposed to do this. This may be a wrong order. See if we find the outpost or the... Okay. Probably that should have maybe been a Minstrel. Probably better than a mill there, actually. That was bad buy, but... I mean, if they wanted a lamp pop, buying gold doesn't help that really. Province doesn't help that at all. So I'm not sure any of that was really how you go about doing that, but I could get an improve and just turn it into something else. Trying to find an imp would have been nice, but we didn't. Okay, we still don't have one. This will be good though. I mean, this doesn't really matter. Guess whenever you want. This is not, I'm not getting, try and draw copper, I guess? I don't know. That didn't work. The outposts have not gone well, but this isn't really that good either. This was the wrong order. This was a botched order. But that's okay, I guess. Here, let's do it like this. Let's just get the draw. I don't think we need the actions particularly from the... This may be another really bad outpost. But I'll just keep getting the groundskeepers. Alright, yeah. Feel free to resign at any point. All right. This is something, I guess. This is oof, oofta. I guess you could go like Hermit Fool's Gold. I don't know. What do you build to? It's very weird. Pretty weird anyway. I guess in theory you can get some attack stuff going, but it's all a bit odd. I don't know if you have time to like get it going. Maybe you do. They open the death card. I don't really. I mean, what are you trying to spike? If they're like platinum, I could see that angle. As it is, I don't really see it. I don't know what the death card is. I don't know what you're buying with the death card. $5. I mean, I guess anything, but I mean, you can buy gold. That's reasonable. So I'm gonna have 159, and I only need to. I mean, if they buy a pirate ship, well, the hope would just be that we have all the provinces way faster than that. I'm trying to think if I want a relic. Innovation is pretty weird to me. I don't think there's time to. I mean, I can just pass. Or I could buy like a city or something. Um, one province isn't a huge deal. And I could buy a city or a haunted woods. Let me think. 4 cards is kind of scary to do the province on top. That does lose me my hermit, but I mean, I think getting to you know, well, not that I did get to it, but what should I buy? Actually, I couldn't buy a province anyway, or a estate anyway. They don't have the haunted woods this time, so I don't. The odds of them getting to. Oh, they still have their death card. No, I mean it's not that weird. They could tie it. It's kind of hard without the. It's a little bit hard to win it there without getting haunted woods down for them. I mean, the death card, of course, does some good work there, but otherwise, it's pretty tough. I think if he doesn't play haunted woods. We're just waiting for an opponent now. We'll see if anyone comes. I guess I can watch some people playing until somebody. I guess that breaks my promise to have a table. I take it back. I should probably stay at my table. Oh, lay pick. Is lay pick in Q cup? So we have delay. Some other junk. What else is there? There's some trashing. Draw is pretty weak until you get teacher, I guess. Or unless people both get goat herds. Other than that, you're just kind of looking for, I guess, peasant stuff. It's not like, well, my peasant missed, so that's not great. Or I had actually a golden super, so that's not good. I don't know what you want for your teacher target. I mean, like, secret passage is alright. Run room is pretty good for a target there. I didn't get to Trashna State. Just a little sad. What did they buy? Village Green. It's alright. Fisherman is okay-ish, not super good. I might get another peasant, to be honest. Now I've got throne room with nothing, right? Although I can delay it once if I hit if it shows up this hand, there's like some off chance of getting to do it. Though it may just be making it miss the shuffle. That was lucky. Hopefully we see something. Soldier or peasant, something. Barracks is pretty unimpressive. So there's a soldier down in here. Could just be double patrician, to be honest. I mean, another throne will be good eventually, but I don't have to do it right now. Not like critical, I wouldn't say. I get a camel train, which is okay-ish. I don't know why I did that way. Not super in love with the young witch. We gotta figure out some way to get they are thinner than I am, I guess. Which is worth something. I'm getting a little slammed by this stuff. I don't know. I guess I should just stop and delay and get a teacher. I really need to hit 4 there, though it's kind of hard. I don't have a great hand for hitting 4. In all honesty. But I should win. I think. Depends. He's doing stuff this turn, so. I just think I'm a little bit ahead. Could be wrong. The Camel Train's nice. Their drawing deck, the Camel Train's really nice. I do need to get the Emporium. I mean, they may end up just slamming the Emporiums really before I get a whole lot of them, which will be a little sad. This didn't really work out. This was quite unlucky, actually. I guess I should have put card on the throne rooms. Maybe. He didn't. They didn't trash. So I'm not drawing further here. Which is pretty gross. I mean, they don't even have a teacher yet, okay. So that's something. Oh, they didn't go for, okay, this is great, this is great. I was worried, but this is great. I should trash one, probably. No, this is awesome now, okay. Actually, I wonder if they'll let me get a fisherman here. I think I would rather get a fisherman. And then, I don't think they can score and pile. Do I do one soldier? Probably not. Well, what is my pile out? Just throne room and then something. I mean, we don't have to pile out either. It was really nice that I got the Emporium, so that was huge. Oh, and he just dudded. Oh no, because of the village greens. Maybe they'll pile out. I don't know. Did they get a teacher yet? No. Never mind. They're not even drawing deck. They don't have draw. Not really. I mean, the Village Green sort of, but. The gold buy is pretty super pointless, I would say. We can put coin on teacher, or we could put like buy on teacher. If we put buy on, or not on teacher, on throne, if we put buy on throne room, we might be able to pile out. Coin is probably not gonna, I mean, we probably can pile out the curses if we put buy on throne room. Or at least we have a good chance of it. I need to keep the peasants. That's the only thing. Curses would have been less on that issue, less of a possibility for me to just totally botch it up and click too quick. I actually think some of what they did was like better than what I was doing, but they didn't really, I don't know. A teacher looked really good to me there, but so I'm not sure about stopping on disciple like they did. I think there was a turn. I'd have to go back and look at what they actually had in their hand because I'm not sure. But the I think there was a turn where they maybe could have taken the Emporiums and didn't, like exile one, or at least exile one, I think, and they didn't. But and then they'll let me disciple for one and buy the other one on my turn, which made my deck way more reliable. All right. Anyway, right now I'm leading, but we'll see how it goes the rest of the time. There's still an hour left. I wonder if there's any way. Are they playing Q Cup? Cool. This is a tough one. There's the draw. It doesn't. You can't really draw cards with Hideout plus Witch. You probably want to buy Hideout and Witch, but you can't really. You can't increase your hand size here except through Expedition, and you don't really have a way to like make money to buy expeditions or make buys to buy expeditions. So it's going to be a little messy, I guess, is the way to to think about it. I think I'm gonna go Hideout Fairy, and I'll probably Fairy Butcher. You could Fairy Bandit as well, or like Haggler. This could be an expedition. This is a pretty interesting board. I'm not a huge fan of the second witch. This was a fairly unlucky draw for me. So it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. I think double witch doesn't super appeal to me. But, you know, they did have their witch is gonna miss a shuffle. So hopefully the one card they drew off their shuffle was the other witch, but I don't know. I guess I'm playing as if I'm gonna skip witch. I didn't really have that in mind necessarily, but if they don't miss the, I mean, if the witches don't draw each other dead, these shuffles where you trigger and you have like 5 or 6 cards with one witch in them is pretty good. They buy another witch. They're all about the witches. There's probably more witches than I would buy, but so we could try to go Fool's Gold, which may or may not work. It doesn't really make sense given that I bought the whatever it was I bought, the Bandit. Doesn't make a huge amount of sense. This is not great draw. I need another Hideout. Definitely getting cursed up. Whether it'll I mean, I'm gonna have all of them eventually. I just buy expeditions or caravans, caravan guards. It would be really nice to top deck the butcher here, or to draw the butcher here. So that was quite fortunate. Where did I spend my coffer? I still feel pretty good about my chances. Bandit can trash Fool's Gold, right? Yeah, so there's a chance. I just have to keep expeditioning. Pretty much. Next shuffle could be a little rough. Next couple shuffles. Eventually the curses are gone though. They don't have, I guess the thing in my favor, they've done a little trashing, but they haven't really done much money production yet. I'm not at this point overly jealous of the deck that they have. Don't trash. I could turn this into a caravan guard and still buy expedition. I think I will. They have a nice, I mean, I guess something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but they have something going on here. I mean, they're going to play their bandit, right? They have to, surely. Oh, they didn't buy a bandit. They ferried. Sure. I don't know what they want to go to, but I don't care. Doesn't matter. Wherever. I'm not even sure what it is that they... I'm not even real clear on what they consider having screwed up. But unless they want to get a curse and not me. There you go. I guess that's what... Okay. Sure. They don't have any money. You might as well buy a Fool's Gold. It's not worse than copper. Fool's Gold is certainly not worse than copper. So I don't really get that. But so I need either buy a province or an expedition. Oh, I guess it can be worse. Yeah, it can be worse. I see the one potential issue. So I have 7 curses in here. I'm not making these miss the shuffle regardless. I could just get another hideout. I mean, hopefully we find a hideout or whatever. Okay, we didn't find a hideout, so that's a little unfortunate. With the 4 curses is a bit unlucky. To not see any there. Or the butcher. But oh well. They're getting a lot of it's totally fine though. They're probably gonna hit a gold. I do like the butchers. So the thing they're just gonna kill witches, right, eventually. And then they're gonna have a deck with Bandit Camp, right? Which is fine, a fine deck to have. But they're basically gonna eat up their witches and not have a huge amount to show for it. I'm gonna keep expeditioning until I'm like, the butcher is just way nicer at this point. And I only have 5 of the curses left, so I'm gonna get rid of another one. I'm gonna build up golds. I'm gonna get some coffers. I think I'll have time. Again, until they have a butcher, it's a little hard, I think, for them. This was pretty good shuffle for me. Now there's just that one curse left. Maybe time to trash a hideout into something. Though we could blow up another copper. Probably should have maybe not reacted with one of the caravan guards. It's hard to say, you don't know what you're gonna draw. So that kind of choice is pretty difficult. Well, that wasn't really what I wanted. I can just go for it, or I can take expedition. Probably should have drawn on. I do have one caravan guard down. So it's either duchy expedition or just take the province. They're not gonna double province, so it's probably pretty reasonable to province. And then just start buying duchies. Eventually we'll draw a butcher, and it'll either be with a gold or a province, almost certainly. So I think they still get 10 curse. I think the third witch probably where they have a bit of a problem. Okay. All right. Tracer's coming along. I guess I can see if anyone's waiting. That would be. Did anyone take Cyrix? Oh yeah, I already played Cyrix. I forgot. Did Cyrix and Leonard H play? They did. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, does Tracer have a table? I haven't played Tracer. Oh, Tracer got somebody. Okay. Did Cyrix and Iris play? Oh, cool. Who platinum? Bounty hunter. Okay, so there's no gains to speak of. That always makes, well, there's fortune. That's something. Fortune's always an interesting one. They have the 5-2, which is probably okay ish. I probably could have gone Bounty Hunter Gladiator rather than the Fishing Village. That probably would have made more sense, because I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a Gladiator. I think it'll be fun to unlock the fortune. Anyway. It's all fine. Probably need a second bounty hunter, depending on how fast we play this one. Try to get the minions. I mean, you don't have to do minion. You can do like rabble. You can do a rabble engine too. Maybe a little more robust. Not sure. It's obviously, it's like nice to cycle here, which is the main thing the minions give me. The bounty hunter tossed, which is unfortunate. I mean, I can try to draw the bounty hunter. Just quite a few cards. We're a little ahead on exiling. This next hand has minions in it, so like why do it? I only have 7 more junk cards. This is the question. Do I go for the additional bounty hunter? Or do I go for not the additional bounty hunter? Miser isn't that crazy, I guess. I mean, at this point, it probably is. The Rabble's attack will not hurt me at all. So that's good. I don't know if I'll get through here and have enough to buy a gladiator or buy a fortune. That's a big nope. This is like a state copper. Not the best thing in the world to leave on top, but Didn't find a bounty hunter would have helped. The minion deck isn't like, you know, the world's greatest. Let's try and bounty hunter something. It's not like the world's greatest. Deck for this of all time. But it's okay for it. We could do a rabble. A rabble or a watchtower. There's also something to be said for seizing the day. I guess. I didn't play any. Okay, we're good. We're good here. We're super good here. We were gonna set aside a colony. We were clean. We just had gold. We were gonna be able to probably again do colony minion, maybe do double colony if we were feeling feisty, or at some point seize was an option. I'm kind of surprised they didn't seize earlier. I feel like maybe it was better for them. I'm not sure. Don't know. Okay, so score now. I'm up 18 over the next person. Is Iris? I think I've been first player a lot. This is full. Oh gosh, there's no villages, which is always makes this quite interesting. You could probably play pretty straight money here, Mythy money. It's not like, I mean, you could do butcher money as well, which might give you more flexibility, but potentially it's just a little bit slower to provinces. You can do envoy as well, so they'll discard your lucky coin when they can. I'm gonna open with one raise, though it's not super good. I think Fairy Butcher is also probably a good or very good opening. This of course is not super good. So the draw was okay-ish. We do City Gate. What do we have here? 3. It's just estate, silver, copper, fool thingy. Yeah. So we didn't get to trash, which is a little sad. This is pretty good. This is a good fool. Well, certainly if you have your collision there. They really not have gold? That's kind of surprising to me. You can buy a Citygate. I thought about buying Citygate here, but since my lucky coin was missing, I don't think it was the play. I could think about doing it now. This is very much just get a little bit of treasure in Pie Province's game. Well, the way I played it, it doesn't strictly have to be that played that way, but that's the way it's going right now. And unfortunately, they're doing that basically, and I'm probably gonna be down on the estate points. So unless I win the province split, it may be trouble. And they're gonna have a little bit of help from the. Well, I mean, the boons, the Lost in the Woods may be okay, maybe not that great. I don't like the Wild Hunt a huge amount. But it's okay. It's like fine. It's probably pretty good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go ahead and get a gold. Maybe trash this. I guess you can always keep passing it off until it can trash it, though not if you play your smithy. Oh. We'll see. Maybe the raise is on top. Definitely next shuffle we just take provinces when we have 8. But they look. Well, we'll have to see how the who draws the $8 hands. Like, this is kind of a classic. They get another gold, which I don't like a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and draw through here. That was very fortunate. I don't like that gold. I think they can just buy a province there. So now they've missed province twice there, which was not fortunate for them. Well, they chose to not hit it once, and then here they get 7, which isn't super good. They do now have a bunch of golds. So they'll probably get there pretty consistently. Well, no, I mean, they're not all in the shuffle, so. I do agree with the duchy. If I bottom decked my smithy, that's not so bad considering. I mean, I probably would have top decked it if I hadn't in this case, right? So I'm going to here top deck it. Obviously, you'd rather probably draw it early in the shuffle, but I hit good price points anyway, so it's all good. This is definitely a hard board to beat 5 provinces on. There's the Wild Hunt, but I mean, my deck won't be that good at emptying provinces. But with help. Ooh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's really lucky. That's really nice. It just gets hard for them now, right? Because they can't take this province, but I can. Or they can take it because they probably need both of them anyway. In all honesty, they probably need both of them, so they should just buy it. It's not like Duchy puts them in a position to win. I mean, the only thing that they can do is get around to playing their Wild Hunt. That's kind of a thing that might help them. This state obviously doesn't do anything useful. And here I can either top deck the raise or blow it up. Top deck the silver and blow up the raise. Or top deck a province, blow up a raise. So they picked up like a few little points there, but it wasn't especially, they're not really making up ground. It's not like they play their Wild Hunt once a shuffle. That's like 4 or 5 hands, so. I've gotten first player a lot today. I can wait. I mean, I can keep passing the Smithy until I have a hand that looks really good for buying province. Seems reasonable. I guess there's some real weird world where they tie. They get forest and tie. Get 13 and forest and tie. But it's pretty hard. I do need to like go for, I mean, I do need to buy at least Duchy at some point. If they get their Wild Hunt is in a shuffle though, so that's something. Like if they get this, now I probably, well, I can afford Duchy, so I can still do this. Even though it was like a pretty good hand for drawing. Though waiting for the golds is reasonable. So do I go for it here or do I wait again? So the trick here now is that there are some boons or potentially Wild Hunt with a really good hand already can just win or can tie. That didn't do it. I guess the upshot was if it failed, then it was like the next hand was almost certainly going to have 8 in it. Just the density that, like, if I had drawn the cards that didn't hit 8, then the next hand was guaranteed. It looks like. So now they have to get either the Wild Hunt plus the province or the like a Urskift or forest. Which is possible. Okay, field doesn't do it, but field could help if they have the Wild Hunt. They don't have the Wild Hunt, so. I think you have to buy a state. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess you can wait to, because the states just disappear then your Wild Hunt stops scoring. Based on what my deck contents ended up being, it looks like it was correct to play the Smithy there, but I didn't actually know it at the time. Because I hit 7, which means, you know, swapping gold or silver in would have won, and then if it didn't hit 8, then the next hand was guaranteed to have 8. So I wasn't affecting my odds of hitting 8 the next turn. All right. There's 7. So scoreboard. Did anyone join Shanahan? Okay. I have a 5-2 and it looks quite playable here. Quite a weird board. Whoa. Whoops. Quite a weird board. There's no... Well, there's a lot of drawn stuff. The payload is what's a little awkward. You can get an armory and try and dig for, like... I mean, you can get by. I guess you can get everything. Maybe it all just works. So I'm trying to think monastery. I'm trying to think of, like, openings of, like... You can do Ratcatcher or Monastery on the 2, and you can do Mine or Old Witch on the 5. But it's a little... The Mine Monastery is like the most ambitious one and probably doesn't work. And then the Ratcatcher Old Witch one, or Monastery Old Witch. You could put Old Witch with either of the 2s. Oh, really, you could put Mine with the other one as well, but... The question is, like, why? Why do the Mine? And the answer is because the payload here is a little bit on the weaker side. And because it's fun. You know what? Obviously, the hard thing is just that the Old Witches... it's real nice to start cursing them. Though the delayed cursing isn't unreasonable. So I kind of was thinking, you could also go COA Armory. That would be not that great. I guess we'll get the curses in. This was a very lucky draw, to be sure. Could just go for the second Old Witch. Armory opening, I guess, is reasonable, but not super good to me. I mean, I could Mastermind already. I only have 1 action. Could Seaway Armory. Could get another Old Witch. Could get a Mine. I would have liked to hit 4. And obviously the collision you want to happen with the Necro, but Still okay. This is a little bit bad, right? This is kind of the nightmare draw. How big of a shuffle is it? This is such a fun deck I'm doing. It's a bit silly, but very fun. The mine I played the mine. I guess I played it twice. No, I just played it once. I'm gonna trash it here. I gotta think. I need to get by. Whatever. That's not quite what I want, but it's pretty fine as far as it goes. Ugh. I thought I had more monastery trashes. That's why I thought I was gonna get trash all three. Really, the trash should have been mine and curse, not necro, of course, but necro later on the next turn. I mean, I was gonna have 9, so I was gonna be able to buy like Old Witch Port, and then every turn I was gonna gain a gold, and then the next turn was probably start on the masterminds. Is probably how that one would have gone. Can just wait now. I mean, there are 10 minutes left, so if I start a game now, pretty good odds that it'll go over. So, okay, Tracer's not in playoffs. Okay, so Tracer's not going to play in the playoffs, so it's like poker, Cyrix can estimate and then symbol me. Well, I mean, there are more people playing still, so we'll just go spectate for a few games and see. Maybe then. Thank you, whoever clicked it. Yeah, they got the Traveler Cage Championship board. I'm always just put plus cards on stables, then you'll always have a treasure top decked. You'll draw it. What about Throne Room Disciple duds? So Symbol's gotta do Way the Horse on his Throne Rooms here. Oh, that's rough. Okay, he did find one. Okay. I'm not really sure why you would get a page now. That all seems like you're not gonna like. Aren't you just? Isn't there just so much on the board already? With and having multiple disciples, don't the piles just evaporate? Like you can throne disciples. You can play like 6 disciples. I mean, depending on how many you got, you can play up to 6 disciple plays a turn. So you can just evaporate the piles. That's rough. Nice hex. Faithful Hound is a pretty good get here. Border Guard also pretty good. peasant, not crazy. I don't know who has the other. Okay, Cyrix has the other fugitive, I guess. These poor people. I wonder if someone should have done a teacher. It would help a lot. Even though Disciple is really good here. This looks pretty easy for Cyrix. I guess Cyrix still has a really pretty big deck, so it's not. You should discard a throne room there if you're a symbol me. You should keep throne stables gold copper. You definitely don't. This hand's pretty terrifying, actually. Stables banner, throne border card. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, this is just asking for this. There's no like reason to have it play it that way when you had the there's no reason to play it that way when you had the two treasures. You're just asking to be super sad. If Cyrix draws it right, if Cyrix has a Skulk, they probably won't have the money, but they can get pretty close to it. They probably don't have enough thrones either. They can probably get pretty close though. You may be able to do like estates, skulks. Not sure. I guess if a symbol me doesn't score, border cards are just easier. Skulk border guard. What do you mean? You might as well horse it once. You're getting less draw by not horsing a stables that you're discipling when the stables pile is empty. So there's no reason not to horse it. Well, okay. There are some edge cases, but you probably want to horse it. Okay, so Tracer's not in playoffs. So right now it's me, Canastaman, and then probably the winner of this is in. So, and probably the winner of PQR Poker. I don't think Shanahan is playing. No, it's too far down anyway. So Sirix is just going for the green. Probably it's fine. Now it's Symbol Maze just, I mean, unless they can get 4 or get 5 provinces. Well, how much money do they have? They just don't have the disciples. Awning's pretty good. What you want is Envy. For sure. That's the hit that really hurts as far as the scoring goes. I still think Sirix can pile out if he plays stuff in the right order. Like without much trouble. It would have been nicer if they had more variety of things to hit with Disciple, I think. That well, unfortunately the discard attacks are kind of forcing or pushing to situations where they need to horse stuff a lot. But like it would be nice to have like hounds here. It would be really nice to have a teacher. I mean, the game lasted quite a few turns past when they got disciples. Enough that I'm not sure teacher wasn't a reasonable get. All right. That's that. There's one other game outstanding that I think is important for the outcome for the playoffs, so we'll see. Either one of them could click it. Thank you. Okay, so let's refresh the scores. Okay, so Cyrix is in second. Canasta Man will be either third or fourth. All right, I don't know what's happening here. They got their gain limited is their problem. I mean, you can gain a bunch of horses just for the joy of it, but that's about it. All right, well, that's game. Okay, so we have our playoffs. Assuming, I think regardless, unless there's like multiple unreported things, we should have our playoffs. I don't know who has the tiebreak between Canasta Man and PQR. We'll see once it comes in. Or we'll see if the... Say, they play the same number. Do they play each other? Alright, it'll just be random. How do you do? All right, we've got the playoffs, and here we go. We've got Goat. Okay. Scrying Pool Monument, right? Well then, It's very interesting. This is quite weird, actually. Oh, wait, never mind. You can do the thing. Well, it's still quite weird, right? So there's an action. The issue here is actions plus actions, which you can get. But if there were a regular village, like a regular village would be way better than Herald here. Like way, way, way better. I'm not sure how to do this. Because you can't actually do the pool storeroom stuff without plus action. Not really. You can try and play monuments and then just buy some provinces, I guess. Though it feels like probably it's worth it to get. This is very odd. Scrying pool is quite good here, but maybe not. Makes perfect sense, right? It's a little hard to gain stuff. And it's very weird board. I'm also thinking about messengering something. I don't know if Enchantress really matters that much. I mean, not enough for that I would buy one, probably. I don't know why I would messenger something exactly. It's not totally clear to me. Obviously we're gonna thin up very quickly here. I really dislike the Enchantress opening. I have to say, it's not for me. That's super funny. I don't know what it's for, but it's super funny. So the Pixie will draw 1, Herald will draw 1. That's super funny to me. Though I don't really get it. In all honesty. We could blow up or we can keep. I probably would just buy another Pixie, so I don't know. The curse is so weird to me. Like, do they think that I don't get it. Not looking like the friendliest Herald remainder, though fortunately we get to messenger it away, so it's not the worst thing. I kind of want wisps or like earth. Wow, that was lucky. Okay. Pretty lucky. I still think the Enchantress was really bad. Hmm. This could be either a storm or I mean, it can just double Herald. It depends on how greedy I'm feeling, really. Apparently sufficiently greedy. Do they still have their curse? No. Okay. They have all their coppers though. PQR and Poker never submitted their game, but I'm not sure. Still, there's like Pixie, there's Herald. This is a reasonable one to keep, probably. I mean, you don't really want this many coppers in the deck. How much money do I have here? They have 2 Heralds, I have 3. So there's just 1 Herald. Let's toss 9, not super exciting. Play their Enchantress last turn? Oh, and why'd they play the Church? Oh, Church gets set aside regardless. Okay. Urskiff, I was gonna say Urskiff's the real nice one to get here. So unfortunately, PQR got it. But that's just the way it goes. We still have 5 of the Heralds, and we're gonna have a little bit of a not really much of a points lead to speak of. Yeah, that's a little sad, but our only advantage right now is the. Where did my Church go? I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Church of the Pixie. That's nice. That's a nice play. I guess I could have well, I couldn't have done anything nice that way. There weren't any. That was a very fortunate turn for them to get that boon there. on their big hand turn. But that's just the way it goes. um 4, 6, 10, 11. This is a bit annoying. 7, 9 is possible. And there's some things we can do. I just don't know if they're any good. This could go quite badly. There could be some enchantress issues here. For sure. I'll probably just play the storm. Yeah, since I mean, honestly, I thought I was going to win the Herald split. And if he had an Urskift, I would have, but that was my main plan, was to win the Herald split and then go from there. Now that that didn't happen, I'm not sure exactly what the line is. So you're going to need some green. I mean, you can't just get 5 monuments, you know, you're not going to play them every turn. So you have to buy some provinces. I guess at some point, if you draw Urskiff, you can just very nearly just win. But, that's scary. This could dud. That's the worst. I don't even know. Like, what am I supposed to do? I bottom decked 4 Heralds in my bottom 6 cards. It's literally just. It's just a real bad draw. I mean, the only thing I could have done, and it wouldn't have helped this hand actually, is to keep the Storm and pig something else, or Enchantress something else. That's, oh gosh, that's so bad. Now I remember why I didn't play Dominion for 3 weeks. So the extra buy probably isn't that useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 max. Pixies are nice, or sorry, Wisps are nice, but I almost think I need to save the Pixies for like pile out stuff. If I lower these, am I also just like, oh, do they just win right away? Depending on their boon hits. This is so bad. Obviously I'm in the lead still. So there's that. you can messenger 3 messengers. Yeah, I almost, if I had hit like forest and drawn, if I'd drawn, I guess forest is gone, but I would have been kind of close to a pile out. This is so bad. I think if I lure Pixie Monument, what does that look like? Then they have 2 messengers, they have 3 buys. One of them could come with 2 messengers. Now if they pit, force is gone, right? We haven't shuffled. They're gonna play a bunch of pixies, so there's potential for them to just get around and pile out probably. But like, what am I gonna do anyway? Maybe they can tie on this. Do they have 3 buys? 3 ones and I think they need a boon, but that's possible. Just so infuriating. I don't know how many more pixies they have. I don't think I left a pile out, but maybe I did. I mean, I don't think I did without like specific boons, which they could still show up. Also, I'm going to play these heralds and hit my coppers and my goat. That's a guarantee. This is a really bad herald hand, actually, because none of the treasures in the hand. The bottom card is not a treasure. It's another pixie, I think. So this is terrifying. Even if my turn goes well, they can like, I mean, they can just score here. That's not really a and then they're just going to be on the front foot rather than potentially it could have been me, except my hand was so bad. Did I have 8 and I just chose not to? No. I had 7 or 6. Okay. This is rough. They were just counting to see if they should get the... Well, the good news is they can't pile out, but they can score some, so that's the bad news. And then we just have to see, then we're just back to shuffling again. They have 3 pixies. And I have 3 pixies. Also, my heralds can't hit heralds. There's only 1 in there, so I may end up drawing and just not playing all the monuments or all the whatever quite easily. That was unbelievable. That last hand. I guess Cyrix beat Canasta Man. Judging by some posts. Yeah, I think you have to province. I like those buys. Those look good. I don't know if there's ever a estate pile out that's possible. Well, my herald hits were at least quite good, or pretty good. I can toss a bunch of... Well, I should probably not... Well, there's another pixie, right? So it's okay. I guess this could potentially go bad. Well, no, it'll be okay. Now I think about it. I don't see the I don't see the yeah, no, he's probably gonna get Forest or Earth or whatever. I could have 1, 2, 3. No, I couldn't have piled out. I could have got pretty close to piling out. I guess I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get it pretty close, but he have his Enchantress. No, not he didn't have an Enchantress this time. I guess the good news is still the points are in my favor, the monument points. That's the only really thing in my favor right now. It's something. It's not nothing. It's weird that you kind of quick discard a province there. There may be some points where you don't want. Now he's not getting the super nice boons, so okay, river is pretty good, but still I think forest and earth are kind of give you the most threat still. Potential threat. Okay, I have to think. So I'm gonna get up to 16. Do I have like a forest? Does it get me to anything? 3, I can do prop. No, I don't think there's an angle. I can get how many buys? I have 2 messengers in a storm. I can get 3, 5 buys and 1 can, so 6 estates is possible. 6 estates is a max estates I can get. Well, that's not actually true. I can get 8 estates. It's possible if I get the right boons. The problem here is like what to throw. If I can play 3 monuments and buy a province. Again, if we keep going back and forth that way, then it's still pretty good for me because it's hard for them to empty. I don't know what's the chance of the monuments emptying and playing some of them. I don't know. I feel like the play here is to do a messenger. Obviously, the play to empty is probably do a monument. I don't know. The outs are pretty weird. Like the estate out obviously requires a messenger. Otherwise, I just want the monument because it's the points. I can do a pixie and see, but And I would still need $12, so I don't know. Now I have to think. I guess it's nice just to have it gone as well. I can get more messengers. I still need $13 though at the end of it all. Is my understanding. And that's just no. There's no way. There's just no way, right? If I had done a monument, then we could have been thinking about the estates here. But one option is just to do it and get a church and like an enchantress. There are 3 heralds, a province, a monument left in deck. I could only get one of the thing. I could swap. If we get force as well, then the pilots are not so hard. Force or field, which is like doable. I mean, what a force and field are still left, I believe. So I really am not sure which way is the way that gives me the best odds of piling out. You know what? That was sad-ish. Oh no, Moon's Gift. I've been mooned. Well. Okay. That didn't do it. That sure didn't do it. Lowering is scary. Well, shoot. I now have a bunch of messengers. And now Field and Forest are they're guaranteed to see both. Oh, what's my max money here? Probably 2 monuments store him, so that's still not 6. That's just 10, so that's not that exciting. Oh my gosh. Well, Earth is played, so I don't need to keep the copper anymore. That was sad. Now my deck is just really bad. I didn't have to go for that at all. I was not required to go for that. I just chose to. Even though it was really awful. So if they can get I guess it still costs 12 to lower. No. It just costs 8 to lower this. They just need $13. Right, yeah. All they need is $13. I'm so sad about that game. I didn't have to do that. That was obviously risky, but I didn't know. I was still going to end up playing the Pixies, so he was still going to get this turn. I don't know if it's enough to beat it if there's two messengers, or enough to lose if there's still two messengers in, probably. It's probably still hard. Alright, so we're going to have Cyrix and PQR in the finals. They made a new table, I guess. Well, one of them's going to need to make a table. I'd have to go back and look. If they're getting Forest and Field, they had like $19 or something. There would have been... My score would have been roughly the same, I guess, unless I had Urskift like Estates or something weird like that, I guess. Alright, we'll hop into this game. They're at 18. And then, or 19, I think. I don't know. And then, but it did cost quite a bit to empty the, if I don't hit take two of the messengers, that costs like $16 to empty the messengers. So they wouldn't have been able to score. So it definitely would not have worked for them if I had just not done the, if I had just said no to Urskift. They would have for sure just not been able to pile out. I think. Pretty sure. I don't know the exact money. They would have needed like $24 basically. And I don't think they had $24. What were the provinces at? Like 4 when I bought mine? Maybe they were lower. Maybe they could have just doubled. No, it wasn't down to 2. Otherwise, they could easily just double. Oh well. Possibly. Sorry, I'm not looking at this game at all. I'm too embedded in the previous one. Okay. I think... What does this board have? Page, Rabble, Horn. Yeah, those seem like things you can do. It's pretty much I mean, you're gonna pile out or empty something with horns. Cavalry's probably empty. But I don't know if anything else is super. I mean, horns can empty. Yeah, not the friendliest. I mean, 2 isn't so bad. Yeah, 3 is bad. 3 is pretty bad. I guess, yeah, and you have to put them in the shuffle too. You don't want to get anything here that... I guess you just get a ducat. Do you have to play the treasure? Well, you don't have to play the treasure for hunter first. The order here doesn't matter a whole lot. Unless you're doing something different than that kind of stuff. This looks really... I think Cyrix will just not play the treasure hunter here. You can play it, but then you have to keep... The only way you can play the treasure hunter here is if you're willing to just buy cavalries, basically, for the rest of this turn. Which you can do. But you need to kind of draw through this, or get some compensation. Cavalries, I guess, aren't that good once you have champion. I mean, they're good, but a lot worse than Rabble. Not that that's necessarily the comparison. Didn't really hurt to have that treasure hunter trashed, in all honesty. You probably are pretty afraid to play them for the rest of the game. So you're getting a mountain village here out of the silver. That was nice. That was all nice. I don't know what the last two cards are. You might have thought about buying cavalry. Well, not mountain or hostelry, definitely mountain. It's not really... I mentioned the hostelry, but it's not really close with putting hero into hand. Yeah. That's interesting. I think I would have gone Rabble before second horn there. But very fortunate for Cyrix to find the champion at the top of the shuffle. I don't know if PKR's thinking about playing the treasure hunter, you just don't want to do it. There's just no... The silvers are so bad. I don't even know how many you get, but it's more than 0. I guess... Yeah, I just don't see it. I think the treasure hunter just lives as a treasure hunter for the rest of the game. This was quite... So, PQR needs to do some cavalry stuff here first before playing this Rabble. Or you can get a village. Mount Village is... I'm not sure. Guess since they're horses, it's probably worth it. This order is pretty weird. Also, why wouldn't you... Yeah, that was weird. That was weird order. Someone's gonna do the... Someone needs to try to do the cavalry stuff, yeah. Didn't draw anything, really. You can try to draw more cavalries. Or more, I don't know, no one has rabbles. I mean, you can just try to empty the cavalries. Isn't, like, unreasonable. Please still, just don't play the treasure hunter. I don't think. I just don't know, like, I guess here it makes sense a little bit, but so now what do you do? I guess the order, man. I need to do horn cavalry. Well, surely you do horn cavalry there. Some of it wasn't pretty nice. I can come around to the silvers. I would have to think about it more, but I can come around to the silvers if you're getting several more gains out of it. But it would be really nice to get the... It would be really nice to have the cavalries be gone before your opponent's turn. There's also not really any reason to play horn for cavalries until you have to. Like, are you pile? You can't. Can he pile? He can't pile, right? There's no way he has the money. Just getting a couple of colonies. I don't know how many horns. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if your opponent doesn't draw, which was possible. They didn't actually have very many horses in deck. I don't think you buy that last horn, but maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, you like I can understand it. Like, you just keep buying the cavalries because that helps your turn right away. But okay, so Cyrix also didn't really go anywhere, but does still have a pretty huge points lead at the moment. Too bad nobody has enough buys to get the fountain out of nowhere. That would be exciting. And unfortunately, some of the coppers have been trashed. So it's a little further away. I don't know how many horns PQR has. Is Warfrat talking? I just saw the green circle light up. Do they have a win? Why did they stop? Did PQR have a win or something? I'd assume no. So why did they stop there? Or did they draw dead? Am I just missing something? I just missed the turn chance. I blame Warfrat. This seems like just losing immediately. Guess not. Guess I'm just totally wrong. I guess these decks are just awful. It turns out You wouldn't have guessed it by looking at this board, but it turns out the decks were going to be awful. So now there's still 5 horns running around somewhere. I think I'm gonna rate Cavalry bottom 4, worst 4 in game. You called it, Warfrat. The Prophet. The Prophet Among Us. Holy cow, these decks are awful. Why are they so bad? They're literally 25 horses out. And they just keep dudding. I guess one's in the trash, 1 or 2. They are cave. PQR can't quite do it. But you might as well pick up a couple. Well, like, I mean, who knows? Sirius could play this horse and draw 2 silvers. Or whatever. Does he have a T-Mog down? Nope. That's not a dud. Okay, now you have that thing where you start playing horses and okay, this just is in hand. May have not been literally in hand, but it's certainly in hand now. Alright, well, style. Too many style points. Can't handle it. Now playing the cavalries is like negative like 30 style points. I'm just gonna say it. You totally destroyed any treasure hunter style points by doing the cavalries. That was... I'm not even gonna give Sirix a congratulations message. Alright. Just kidding, I will. Congratulations, Sirix, on yet another Quarantine Cup victory on a real streak here. Very nice. Congratulations to PQR on 2nd place. And congratulations to me and Canastaman on 3rd place. Thank you all for watching and everyone who came out and played. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you all later.